wanna do. Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago, the dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 23 yards the pickup there. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. From the 45 on second down, Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
First down.
Mike is 15. Reload. Check 31. Check 13.
On first down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing again on second and 10. Wilson, they'll run the screen with Carson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Mayfield. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Covered a lot of ground there, 81 yards on the punt return. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Regular.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Alert!
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 52 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Now it's Wilson. He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
And the Seahawks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 24-yard line.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson being chased out left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. You give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Seahawks.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to it, and he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. as they've got it with a second down coming up. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Wilson to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They go with Chubb on second down. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round, but they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He's going to have the first down past the 20 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And the Seahawks, first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 25 yards that time. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for the Browns. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Number 53, Mike 53.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not...
And got his man complete. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because...
Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And I think the Browns got it, they did.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal. To throw, Mayfield dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
I know as a defensive back, I was taught to play it the way that we just saw. Use the back line as an extra defender and make sure they throw it over your head and not in front of you. In front of you means it's a touchdown. Over your head, you got a much better chance.
Now Mayfield on third and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on fourth down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
A beautiful fake. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 21 yards. Wilson now 9 of 17 through the air.
Check, cross.
From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Buying time to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Sorry. Hey, 0.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
To throw again on second down. Wilson being chased out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way. Take some time.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, Carson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They go play action with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Wilson operating from the gun. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it's going to be second down. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He's got Lockett. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right? That his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out and let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Browns. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They run it again with Chubb. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you. Hey, Echo. 50. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Real. We got to get the... My touch.
Now Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Slam. Alert, 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 alert.
They go play action. Mayfield forced out to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert 33. 56 to Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They come out here in the eye. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So